ready, little puppy. Yeah. Looks like it's working. Looks like it's working, little puppy. Share it. Going on a nicely peaceful road trip to the road. Figured I would try to set the setup, yo. I'm about to set up this thing, yo. I don't know what you're gonna do. Alright, we got this thing all set up.
5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3.
Oops. It says that we're online. They say that we're live. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know. Whatever reason. Oh, good, it is connected now. The chat's connected. Alright, let's see if this thing works. What up, folks? Welcome to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. Actually, this is not that. This is not that. We're actually just driving around in our car right now. Wait, what the fuck? Can't get out this way. I can't get out this way. I wonder if anyone's in that chat, yo, band. I was waiting for that first. Oh, look, there's magic. Poop. Did it work then? Did it say anything? I'm hearing the TTS. I didn't hear the TTS, huh? I didn't hear it. Bonkies. What's up, Magic Poop? What are you doing, you magical little poop, you? What's up, Arbitic Fusion? We're driving. We are driving to the Arizona border. This thing we gotta do. You got lunchy with me? I got a box of meat from the butcher box. We're getting 65 miles to the gallon right now. Things looking pretty good. Shit's looking good. Pretty good. Good. Let's see if that works. It's supposed to be talking. So I don't have to look at anything. I just keep my eyes on the road. I gotta stop at a place to clean my windshield because it's kind of dirty. My windshield's dirty, but she wants to chill with me and do that stuff. We got Roger Peters. It says, oops. Oops, what? So yeah, we're on our way to Arizona. You guys got to tell me if the audio's good or not good or whatever. I can't tell. Oh, damn, dude. This guy wants to go fuck. This guy fucks over here. This guy fucks. He was just going balls to the wall. He was going balls to the wall. Yes, he was. Going, taking his nuts. Yeah. Whatever this thing is, it's not working. We go to flow. Do not read links. Read emojis. Alright, let's see if that works. Yeah, it'll be a nice drive. I'm looking at Luigi. What are you doing, Monchichis? Just me and you, puppy. Driving. Did you eat your cheeseburger? I'm pretty sure you ate your cheeseburger. Did you eat all the cheese? Or only part of the cheese? Was it good cheese? Or was it that American cheese? I usually just get you the American. Because you like cheese. Well, we're going to be driving a lot, Lunchy. It's going to be a long drive. A little crackly. Crackly. I wonder why it would be crackly. How about now? Yeah, I'm just using my iPad, so it's just my iPad sitting on the... I have my iPad hooked up to the windshield, and it just sits there, you know. But it doesn't give you the greatest control, or the back camera. So you can basically just see how it's like stuck on the, window. Well, as long as it's pretty clear, not too crackly, we'll let it roll like this for a little while, see how it works out. So my chat thing's not working out at all. Is it pretty? There we go. Hey, why is this not working? Huh. It's like my restream chat's not working. Unless I'm like connected to something else. Yeah, it's working good. Good. Yeah, I just had to unplug my phone. My phone has got like this stupid thing, but it makes a lot of noise. I've just learned to tune it out because I can teach my brain how to do that. I can see like, take this waveform, brain, and then it'll be like, okay, and then I'd be like, totally no, don't even ever hear that again. You went down the rabbit hole last night, ended up at Debian Linux. Oh God. Yeah. Did you hear? You heard about what's his face? Ian Murdoch, probably. If I had to guess. If I had to guess, that's the rabbit hole that you're talking about, Ian Murdoch. And the Debian founder possibly being associated with Cicada 3301 and mysteriously dying. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about there. Most people think that story is bullshit. All of the original solvers from 2012, 2013, and them, they don't seem to believe that story. They've heard that story from Thomas back all the way until like 2013, even 2012. So, I don't know. Those assholes say that they didn't know who Thomas was. Like, publicly, they don't talk about him, but they've known about him since 2012. And then Thomas has that wild story about Ian Murdoch and how Ian Murdoch was the guy that was doing all this stuff, so on and so forth. All of it seems really super strange. All we really know is that Ian Murdoch, I guess, allegedly committed suicide after he got into some altercation with the police. And then after he got in that altercation with the police, something different happened. You know, it's just really muddy. Really, really muddy. And then right after that, the web that they weave is quite different. I don't really like the story, but there's really nothing out there that, you know, like helps out. I mean, most of it gives Thomas's story credence in some ways, but, you know, the earliest member that we could place that's, you know, actually been a part of Cicada 3301 isn't even Thomas. It's actually a different guy, Richard Miller, aka one of the many Z's. He actually has emails with and from the original Cicada 3301 people, where he actually was a solver in 2012. He could prove this. And then in 2013, he actually was creating the puzzles that people were solving. Like, he has an email that he shared from 2013 that shows that he actually created the book cipher that was used. So that's pretty interesting, but that's probably like the closest to that group that I hit. Like, the real Cicada, more or less, the person that was actually involved with them probably was more than likely Richard Miller. And that's the part of the story I think a lot of people don't get, is because, like, Richard was doing all of this stuff with Cicada back in the day, solved the puzzle. Later on, tried to figure out what was going on in, like, 2015 and solve that puzzle. But, you know, he was trying to uncover who was doing these new Cicada puzzles anyway. And he ended up meeting Thomas. And I put out all of those emails on my Substack so you can kind of go look and read them, like, as they were meant to be read, as opposed to just reading through the emails, you know, like in the wrong order. Like, I went through and categorized it so that, you know, the conversation flows in the correct direction and shit. And it's really spooky, because what you see is in 2015, yeah, semi-trucks and Prius belong in the fucking right lane. I stay in the left lane unless, you know, I need to. But usually I'm like, if I find a big-ass semi, I'll just get behind him and put the cruise control on and draft. But I usually just stay chilling right up in here. We got people. Yeah, make sure you guys share this shit out, dude. Yeah, if you want to know, this is the best time to ask me questions about shit, because I will just tell you whatever you want to know. You know, like, my shit for Cicada didn't even start until 2017, and even that story is very interesting. But I think Richard's story is more interesting because he's got evidence that shows that he was actually in Cicada already, and then he was uncovering what was going on with this other guy, and then ended up doing puzzles with him anyway. I mean, that's one way to look at it. The other way is that they were always working together, and then just trying to do their own thing, but still utilizing the Cicada brand. But the most interesting thing is that in Hollywood, like, the only person that's really known to be the Cicada guy is Michael A. Levine. And, I mean, he's a composer, got all that shit. Read some of this blog, Sazmadat. I mean, he's sort of credible, I guess. I mean, I don't really trust that guy. His name is Esteban Gutierrez. He interviewed me for his blog, but he never actually put out my interview, which I thought was very strange. Like, he kind of came in later saying that he wanted to be an archivist of all this stuff. And then he interviewed me and then put everybody else's interviews out before he put mine, which was interesting because I thought mine had, like, the best kind of material, yet he never put mine out. So, like, it's credible in the sense that, you know, it's good to look at to kind of get an idea of what's happening, or, you know, like, how those guys operate. But all of them were in Cicada after I was, right? Like, this Dustin 575 guy, aka Ghost 3301. I mean, he's claiming that he's the Cicada guy and he did all this stuff and he solved the puzzles, but he never put out any proof. I actually did, you know, like, and that's why people usually associate me to it, because I'm the only dude that publicly, like, tried to solve the puzzles. Other people in the world, specifically, like, you know, Arturo Tafieski, he's another one that, you know, like, has been talking about that and everything, and he's also kind of a bad source because he was working with Thomas. He got invited into Cicada by Thomas, allegedly. I have the emails. I put them out. His whole thing was that he didn't actually do any of the solving or anything like that. Thomas just invited him to make videos, right? So he was making videos. So it was like the end of 2017, whatever. This dude shows up, and then he starts claiming, like, you know, like he was in Cicada since 2016. And that's what's in that blog. Like, you read about it, and like that's total bullshit. The guy didn't even get in until way late, like 2018 usually is actually when he got in. And, you know, we put out this stuff to prove it. I mean, it's good to read like how the Cicada organization does their propaganda, because that's basically all it really is propaganda. Yeah, like 4 miles till I got to make my first turn. But yeah, that propaganda shit that they've been running with is pretty bad. Yeah, let's get that dude out of there. More propaganda than anything is what I would call it. So that's what it is. But it's good to know there's another blog like burners.me. That's another person connected to Thomas. Just like Esteban was. He just came out of nowhere acting like he wanted to research shit. And then out of nowhere started having beef with me and posting everybody else's stories. And then, you know, saying, fuck you to mine. So that ended up just being whatever. You know, I didn't even worry about that shit at this point in time. I just told them, hey, okay, whatever, dude. So there's like a lot of bad blogs that have like disinformation, like Sanspadot and burners.me. But I mean, a lot of people really didn't care about the 2017 period. Most of the original solvers didn't understand what I was trying to do. They didn't understand that I was actually trying to expose these guys. I was just using different tactics. You know, like instead of not saying anything at all, I was actually speaking up about them. You know, imagine that, how well that could have worked. It worked pretty good, actually. It worked pretty good. Then I'm gonna make my G. Then I'm on a G. Mostly peaceful road trip, dude. Is it mostly peaceful out here? Yeah, dude, having to gain subs back and shit like that, it's gonna suck. Most people don't even know. They don't follow, they didn't use the link tree and go to the other places and follow up. And I'm not streaming this on Rumble right now. I guess I could add that, but I would have to pull over. I'm waiting until I hit a decent spot. I haven't tested the internet like connections out here, so right now we're just on the iPad's internet. Since it's got like 2 bars, 3 bars. I'm only streaming at like 720p and then using 480 for the camera so that it's not using too much bandwidth. Might take it down though to 480 just to be safe. Coming in a great Cadillac, we in a bed like ooh, 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 we in a bed like. Let's listen to some Flamo. Is that the one I want to listen to? walking up there? Like I see some people walking across the street. The fuck out of the street, kid. Huh. Yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Ah. Oh yeah, it was people walking. Which you never had. What you say is not a joke, and I'm sitting here getting broke. Put my money in that car, and I can't get what I never had. What you want is not a joke, but what you see, what you want, what you want, what you never had. Yeah, we're on our way home to Arizona. Oh. Yeah, we're on our way home to Arizona. That's where we're going. Yeah, all the snow is already gone. We went down the mountain already. There's snow in front of us. Bump. Bump. Yep, safe travels. What you want, what you get, what you say. Everybody know I'm out there getting played. Driving in the car today. All I really want to do is get to Vegas, baby. And I head to Vegas. Getting to Vegas. I'm on end of Vegas. Wonder what's happening in the news right now. I don't give no shit about right now, so I just take my time. Rhymes. Wrong question, and I'm going with the vibe. So I take my time, and then I roll my rhyme. And if I know what I'm doing, rolling the rhymes. What you wanna go, what you wanna say. How you wanna do when you get played. What do you mean? What do you mean wrong question, dude? I answered your question. I said Esteban's blog is kind of mostly disinformation because most of the information that those guys put out there was wrong. Right? Like Arturo said he was in Cicada since like 2016. Complete lies. You know, like it's mostly disinformation. But he did interview those individual guys, so it's good to see what each of them was saying back then when he interviewed them and try to apply it to whatever they're saying today. But I mean, Esteban's blog, not that great. I mean, it was a good try, but he never put out my interview, so I view his blog as crap. Same thing as what's it called? Burners.me, another blog that's just shitty. A lot of disinformation, mostly fueled by Thomas and his cronies. Nobody's actually, and then he doesn't basically check or question any of their assumptions or what they said. Like there's no fact checking involved. So I didn't like what he liked. No, how complicit was Trump with the Q thing? Oh, I didn't see that question. I didn't see that question. I wouldn't say Trump was complicit at all in the Q thing. To be honest, in the very beginning, he probably didn't know anything about it. It was people that were connected to Trump, like MAGA 3X specifically, that were pissed off at Donald Trump because he basically told them to fuck off. Like, he didn't promote them. He didn't say thank you to them about any of their stuff. So early in July of 2017, like, they were looking to get some praise from the big man upstairs, and they were getting nothing, and they were pissed off. So, like, the MAGA 3X organization fell apart, and people associated to Trump were basically running this thing on their own accord, right? And they were doing it to fuck with Trump. Like, that's what people don't get. And then they utilized different people in his organization to kind of like get him to do shit or say shit that was going to, like rile up the base. So, I mean, in the very beginning, no. Like, it wasn't until probably 2018 and 8chan was really big, because we still have like the videos of Tracy Beans when she was at the Trump Tower. I think it's sometime in December of 2017 when she was screaming her head off, "We are Q! We are Q! We are Q!" Or whatever. That's it. What's up, Mark Meadows E? Yeah, Flynn got sucked into it eventually, but that was on design. Like, I made sure to tell the guys that they needed to start talking about Flynn, because we needed somebody that already had a pretty riled up base. And if you've ever looked into Mike Flynn's history, during that, still like going through his shit, and he had a so all we had to do was, like, shade about him. Kind of, he was pretty above on their time, like, he their followers, and we had to do it in a huge a little bit, just kind of used. And I mean, Flynn didn't have any understanding of what it was till, like, 2019, 2020. And before then, the only people that were really pussyfooting around with it were his family members. Like, people associated to him, his, like, kids and shit like that. Like, they were the ones that were into Q, but not Flynn directly. And then once Tracy Beans got into Q and was like the biggest one, she was already working with Michael Flynn since before Q had actually started. So the thought here is that it was kind of a mixture between Tracy Beans and the kids, Flynn's kids, that were basically the ones that like drug his ass into the Q narrative and then kept promoting it. Like, if you could still go back and watch the videos from like Doug Hackman Report and the stuff that Tracy was just uploading to her channel, you would notice that, she was all Flynn all the time. She was like, Flynn's my hero. Flynn's number one. He's the one that got sucked into it. And I think people have missed this very important thing, because I think it's important for people to realize that, Flynn was already kind of embedded into it, but not for the reasons that people say. It's because we specifically called him out in the drops because we wanted to get his followers, because he had already had a huge following on 4chan and 8chan, because that's where him and his people were running ops. And at the same time, like, we actually wanted to expose Flynn, because Flynn's group is the same group that was pushing out like the Pizzagate disinformation in 2016. And then they were utilizing a specific malware called Pegasus to basically track the people that were posting this shit. Most people forgot about that. I did it, but it is what it is. I mean, it's just a massive amount of fuck-ups between like a bunch of different people. Like the Q guys, like Microchip and fucking JB and shit, they were all in MAGA 3X. I was not. I was the outsider. So they just wanted to cut me out of the shit. And that wasn't the plan. The plan was to have me always basically be the fall guy or whatever, have everybody blame it on me. And then them, when they finally came out in 2018 and tried to like shut it down, they did it in a way that was negative, because they removed me from the story. And that basically killed like any chance that we had of actually getting the thing done and over with, which most people can see now is because, they obviously still wanted to keep it rolling on 8chan, right? Like, it was getting popular. People were getting huge. It was changing the media landscape narrative, that sort of thing. Yeah, Trump is just, he got himself all caught up. I mean, in every way. He let the wrong people in his orbit. He promoted the wrong people. And he just kind of let these guys get carte blanche. And then he would pussyfoot with, like, making air cues and shit like that. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Oh shit, we're about to go by the lake, I think. Yeah, just like seeing all that stuff and how it got put together really changes your perspective. Oh yeah, we're probably losing signal a little bit. Oh, we had our first drop off right there. First dropout. Yeah, we usually lose signal coming up through these mountains right here. Pretty big mountains. Hear you now. Yeah, this part right here is usually kind of like clips out. I guess that's what we call it. What do you do, Litchi? There's not very many cell towers out here. If you get but you never had. Oh, that person's stuck on the side of the road. Should stop for him. Actually, there's nobody in the car. They must be taking a shit. They must be taking a poop. Yeah, I think we're coming by Walker Lake now. We're getting closer to that. Let me check my map. Yeah, we still got a ways to go. We're almost to Urington. That's where we're going through. The mountains in Urington. Yeah, we can stop there if you need to go pee-pee, Lynchy. Stop in Urington. Get you a cheeseburger. Cheeseburger. There'll be you better not be eating too many cheeseburgers, Lunchy. Got me going on this thing. Hit me on the rolling thing. Oh! Yep, just me and Lunchy over here. Driving in our Honda. Actually, no, we're driving a Toyota. Driving in my Prius. Going through the mountains. There's no forests. Yeah, we're in the high plains. This is where it's real hard to live. Snow Looks like we lost it again. Did we lose it again? We might have lost it again. We might have lost it again. Yeah, making that drive, dude. I figured if we make that drive, we'll be alright. Go see the family, go to the funeral, see a bunch of people I haven't seen in a while. Alright, we can do that. I even got a whole box of meat back there. See that? Butcher box. I'm gonna give it to my sister. I'm gonna give it to my sister. So here you go. Got a bunch of ground beef and chicken. It's organic. It's good for you. You know, that organic meat, organic chicken. You can feed it to your kids. Starting to look like you're a hipster. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lunchy just hangs right there. That's where she sits. I built her a little platform so she can hang right there. Alright, we're almost through Wabaka. Almost to Wabaka. Wabasha. Was it Wabasha? I don't know. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's like Lunchy Camp. And right now, this is the better part of the whole drive because half the time I don't even have to push the gas. I'm just fucking coasting. Which is great for gas mileage, right? Great for gas mileage. Especially in a Prius. You just got hella gas right there. Uh-oh. After coming off of the mountain, I see that I have the tire pressure indicator on. Now we have to check our tire pressure. That's good. I should have all this stuff in the back for changing the tire. Yeah, we're still managing to keep it up to 52 on the mileage. Oh yeah, peace out. Am I looking like a hipster, dude? I'm getting a beard. That's why I'm just gonna be growing the whole thing out, you know? Big scruffy beard. Except for it's in that portion of time that it's still like gonna fro out. So you know it's just gonna be bushy. It'll just be a bushy beard. 53.1 miles per gallon. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. What are you doing there, Lunchy? What are you doing, Chi-Chis? Did you see yourself on the camera and you were looking at yourself? You're so vain, Lunchy. You're so vain, Lunchy. Hello, CB. Yeah, I just figured I would throw the iPad on and let it go. So far, it's been staying decently connected. I mean, we're on a Verizon, so if it was on my phone, it would have more options, but no matter. We're coming through to Uriton. We just going through Wabuska. That's where we're at right now. Wabuska. Let me tell you, there's not a fucking thing out here. There might be people that live here somewhere. Maybe. I don't even know what the speed limit is here. But when I was cleaning my room last night, I found my vape that I thought I left somewhere. And I was super happy. So now I have two. Now I got two, so I can always have one. That's lucky. Wow, look at that mountain covered all that snow. Still capped off a little bit, but it's starting to melt. We gotta go down in elevation and then get towards Death Valley level. Yep. We're gonna have to get towards Death Valley level until we get there. Right now, this stream is brought to you in part by Toyota. Prius. Yeah. They're great cars. Also, bro, if part by Verizon, they got decent internet stuff. Also brought you in part by Apple Computers, because we're doing it on an iPhone and an iPad. So make sure you check that shit out, dude. They make half decent shit. It's sort of working. It's working. I mean, this is a stress test right here. This is the real stress test right here. Oh, there's all them weird houses. These people were like building weird shit out in the middle of nowhere. I want to go in there and check all that shit out. The Banshee Pansies. So a bunch of rich people building some weird looking houses out here in the middle of nowhere. They got Roman architecture and all that. Yeah, the electricity turned on to Urrington. Oh yeah, we're about to drive through Urrington right now. About to drive through Urrington. Yeah, Urrington's far as fuck, man. But it's just because you gotta like drive all the way around to get to it. You know, I'm not sure why nobody's just built a fucking road in between. You know, a straight one. Just build it through the mountains, fuck it. Save me some time. But I mean, literally the only people that even like drive on this road are idiots going to Vegas like me or truck drivers. That's all I ever see on here. And I mean, it's still pretty dangerous, man. I've seen somebody die on this road. On live stream, actually. You guys remember that shit? We were driving back to Carson City. We just left Vegas. And we watched some dude in a Firebird fucking T just head-on collision with a truck. It was green. The truck driver survived. It looked like the guy and his girlfriend didn't make it. I tried to help him. I got out, broke the windows and shit. Tried to check on him to see if he still had a pulse. His girlfriend was leaking out of the car, so she was obviously done for. But, yeah, he was, like, alive for a little bit. He seemed to, like, have been at least a bit more alive, like, aware before he died of his internal injuries. That's why I don't like passing on this road. Because you always got somebody doing that shit. That's why when I pay attention, if I see headlights in my lane, I'm immediately hitting the brakes and moving to the side. Because I don't want to get fucked up. Stop by Dan. Say hi to Dan. Yeah, I guess I could go there. To the center street. Yeah, I'm supposed to be turning here pretty soon. On Miller. What you doing, peepees? Jesus saves, yo. Jesus saves everyone, even the ones that don't like him or don't believe in him. He's Jesus. He's the best. Just like Lunchy, she's the best. How come you're not up here in the front? I brought you a pillow and everything. And then we even blocked that little front area so you don't fall down there again. Come on, Lunchy, that was one time and you were like a baby. You were like a baby, Lunchy. That was a long time ago. That's why you stay in the back now, huh? That's why she stays in the back now, huh? Alright. It's 3 o'clock. That means that I probably still have many hours. Many hours. Ah, yes, the snow-covered caps of the mountains. Yeah, There's really not much in Nevada, man. Not really much in Nevada. Nevada's pretty much wide open spaces, but it's not like Montana. You know, there's just a whole lot of nothing. And some mountains every now and again. Some mountains that pop up out of nowhere. And then we got like these groves, which like people obviously like brought these trees in. But it's still, you know, getting into the springtime, so they haven't started flowering yet. But usually all these trees right here are pretty green. And they're hella green. And then they get like change colors for the autumn and stuff, which is cool. A lot of farmers out here. A lot of farmland. A lot of people growing soybeans and corn and fucking wheat and shit. I'm bypassing Yerington? Is this the Yerington bypass? Oh yeah, it looks like I am. I don't know, I'm following the GPS. Yeah, it's like right there. Oh yeah, I'm going like on the outside of it. I'll stop on the way back and see it. Just have to remember. You'll just have to remind me. Look at this dude. Yeah, it still says that I got hours to go. Fuck, man. Yeah, we're bypassing Yerington, Lunchy. We're bypassing Yerington, Lunchy. They need to make like a button to switch the camera. Yeah, Lunchy, what are you doing back there? What are you doing back there, Chichos? You're probably thinking, Daddy, how come this meat that you have in this car right now is frozen and not cooked so that I can eat it? Sorry, I mean, we can't run a barbecue grill in the car. Or can we? Probably not a great idea. I don't know, Lunchy, you want me to grab the steaks and go put them on top of the engine for you? We can stop at like a spot, get some tinfoil or something, wrap it up, stick it on there for you. I think driving this thing for that many hours is probably going to be hot enough. Alright, we got to turn on Pete Hendricks, which is our next turn. Next turn. Next turn. Next turn. Usually I don't see animals out here. Sometimes I see like horses, cows, maybe. Yeah, we'll have to definitely get the tires checked. Everything seems fine. We're probably just a little bit low from the pressure change. That usually happens. Whoa, yeah, that's that crazy fucking turn. Crazy fucking turn, man. Crazy fucking turn, man. Why's this turn even in here? Does it make no sense, man? Just cuts. It goes from like 40, it goes from like 50 to, it says that, oh, you should probably take this turn going 15. I mean, I would not take that turn going any faster. No, thank you. Nah. I'm going so slow right now. Well, there's nobody behind me, so it doesn't matter. Thanks, Wally Sal. Safe travels to us. Yeah, if you guys want to make any donation to help out with the trip, head on over to Griftcast IRL.com, make a donation. Or you can go to just Griftcast.com, you know, his PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we out here grifting, cut. I mean, legitimately, this is pretty cool. It's not bad. We're enjoying it. got the casual beats in the background with all the farmland. I mean, they're working down here, dude. They making money. All these fields look pretty tilled. They're about to start planting right now, which they gotta. Yeah, they got the whole thing set up for planting and irrigate right now. I bet you they probably already planted. They're making, and they got everything's rowed out. So more than definitely, you think it's longer taking the shortcut? I don't think so. Isn't this the shortcut right here? Yep, Pete Heinrich. I don't know. I just follow GPS. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Although I kind of remember some of these places now because they made this drive left. I could tell when I fucked up. You know, like, you know what? I should have turned back there because I didn't recognize any of this. Oh, yeah, look at all that farmland. Irrigation, ditches. They got all the trucks running. Like, oh. Yeah, they're working out here. Yeah, you'll race me someday and you'll beat me because I drive the speed limit and you're going to be going 20, 30 over probably. I've seen how you drive, Grandma. Like goddamn bad out of hell. She thinks the gas panel's supposed to be in the floor the whole time. She takes off from the stoplight and the wheels are spinning. And me over here, if the wheels spin, I'm like, oh, my bad. Sorry. You're not supposed to spin the wheels on a Prius. You could damage the torque converter. And that means the torque converter between the electric motor and the gasoline motor, not the torque converter that's between both of the motor, or that connects both of the motors to the drive shaft. Bump, bump. No. Yeah, but if I didn't come this way, I wouldn't get service because they have all of the service, right? Like I haven't lost service in a while. After we came over the mountain out here on the farm, dude, they got great service on the farm. You got that Verizon dog? Yeah. Go ahead, put up one of them towers right here on my farm. I need to be able to get a hold of my boys. Plus, they like watching their porn when they're working. They like watching that porn when they're running them tractors. Yay! Almost there. Yeah, maybe I should have gone the other way. Like, the fucking road is super jacked up on the side over here. And I'm really trying not to, like, go off of it. So I'm, like, having to stay kind of over right now. I mean, I'm alright distance from it, but I keep seeing chunks of it, like, take it out. Right there. Shit, I remember I came through here one time and it was, like, all fucking snowed out. God, that sucked. Whoa! Fucking pieces of asphalt in the goddamn road. No, that's all right. Shit happens. Yeah, that's all right. What's that? Yeah, I drive slower. I drive slower right now. Looks like we're about to be meeting up where we need to meet up. Right there. Yep, right ahead. Got to do the little caddy wampus turn. Got to like slow down, turn right, and then turn left immediately. And then we go back on, meet up back on the main road. Oh, but Sharif, if I didn't go this way, I wouldn't be able to see the cowboy waving at me. It waved back. Did you wave at the cowboy, Lunchy? What do you mean, fuck the cowboy, Lunchy? That's mean, Lunchy. You're mean. I didn't say anything. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Alright. There we go. We gotta go on P. Heinrichs. So we go right and then left. Right and then left. Looks like that guy's turning good. Oh, good. It doesn't. I don't need snow chains and tires. Good. Sadly but true, billions can do what? It's funny. It's missing some of the chat, so I'm just not even seeing them. So we're at what? 68 miles. Since I put in the gas. Oh yeah, probably need some gas in it. Oh yeah, girl, probably need some gas in it. Don't worry about it. Oh, there's something big and slow in front of me. I can see it. Well, let's get up on its booty. We got 4 miles to 95 south. So probably gonna lose connection up here. Then we got to oversight. Speed with this full speed matched. Yeah, he's not going very fast. He's only going 46 probably. Oh yeah, shoot him with the laser guns. Pew 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 pew. Oh wait, no, this is Metal Life. Well. Oh, cool. I got past the lane. All right, let's look. That was better. Yeah, you don't want them pipes to freeze. No way. Freeze it ain't good, apparently. That's what I hear.